Good evening, everyone. Welcome to Friday Night Live right here. It's Friday. It's Friday night. We are live. I hope everyone is having a good start to their weekend. The week is behind us, the weekend's ahead of us. So let's do like we always do to kick things off. Grab the cup, raise it up. Cheers, everyone. How is everyone doing? I see all kinds of you crazy woodhounds flying by in the chat. Daniel Atkins is here. Uncle Den Den outside in the 515. Colleen's Farm Adventure, thanks for some of the nice weather you sent on down to Larry Cluck, who sent it over to me. Don Slate, how are you doing? Mark Wakeland, the Wise Choice Firewood, good evening. Yeah, we had a very nice week for the weather, but now it's gone right back to cold and windy. Holy mollies. It's not a very nice evening out there tonight. I was thinking when we had earlier this week, when it was like in the 50s, it kept climbing up a little higher and higher. I thought maybe by the weekend we could be outside for Friday night, but not the case. Logger Jason, Slick Willie, Gringo Pines, and Bill Irwin, how are you doing? I think I also saw Mr. Van Dusen as well. Good evening to you. Happy Friday. It's 1 week. Well, it's less than a week, but it's one week from tonight. You will be joining me in Minneapolis, Minnesota, for what will have been my third day at the Minneapolis Home and Garden Show. So we are going to see what kind of condition I am in after, with 3 days down and 2 days to go. It's going to be, I don't know. I don't know if I'm ready. But it's going to be fun. It's going to be a good time to just try to, endure and push through. And again, I have no expectations, so going in with expectations already filled. Richard Titcomb here. Just want to let my friends know that Wednesday will be my 70th birthday. Well, happy early birthday, Richard. Happy 70th. 70th. Next Wednesday. Hump Day. A hump day birthday. All right. Is this question to me, Craig's Chords, or to somebody else? What are we on here? 277? If the question is to me, no, it's the 200. Tonight is the, I think, 277th consecutive Friday Night Live. So I have not missed one. I don't think Timon has missed one. Timon the Buckeye, I don't think he's missed one. I'm not sure, though. But yeah, 277. The streak continues. Jim Lashbrook, how are you doing? SG, good evening. Who else did I see fly by? Mystery Gardener. Good to see you staying up late, or I guess up early. Uncle Denden, I'm not sure what the reception is going to be like, but I am going to try to. I'm not sure when, because like I said, I just don't know what my I don't know if there's going to be Wi-Fi or what the 5G will be like, so, but we'll see. Neighbor Doug, good evening. I'm only here to see if you share the contents of that tote in the basement. Oh, well, you should know that that's one of a couple totes. That is all old photos when you actually had to like develop them. And then the other one is full of hard drives with digital photos. But not tonight. One of these days, maybe we'll open the vault. Oh my gosh, I'm falling behind here. Who was that? Charlotte Family Farm, how you doing? Frickin' Jeep is here. He tries to miss every Friday, but he just gets pulled back in. Saturday morning, he wakes up and he says, never again am I going to waste a night like I did last night on Friday. No more Friday Night Lives. And then by about Tuesday, he's thinking about it. By Wednesday, it's just, consuming his mind. Thursday, he can't wait for it. And then Friday, he's back here again every week. Miller Stumped and Firewood, watching from the NWTF banquet. Well, glad you're tuning in. WD30 is here as well. If anyone is here that is new and you have a question, I don't know if you saw a few times. If a couple times I put up a comment. If you have a question, it does help sometimes to throw a Q or 2 or 3 in front of it. And then I can, as it flies by in this chat window that I have on my screen over here in front of me, I can try to find it. And it doesn't matter if you are on Facebook or on YouTube, like Brian here. He doesn't have a question, but he's just saying, been doing live Fridays for over 5 years. Yeah, has it been that? Has it been that long? Maybe it has. I remember that I think it'll be 5 years in November. Because I started the middle of November, and then my second live ever was on Black Friday, I think. Ben Akin, the manual splitter you have in your basement. I just got one. The kindling cracker. Yeah, that was from Don Slate. Actually sent that to me, and it does take a little like force to get that blade to crack into the wood, but it helps having those it. When I first mounted it, I had it up a little too high, and then once I mounted it a little bit lower where I can just kind of like push straight forward with a little more leverage, that somebody was mentioning in a comment about how that would help, and it did help. So yeah, I started out with it out in the wood yard, and then I moved it in to where I box up the mini firewood, because every now and then, as I'm packing boxes, I'll come across like a split that's just too big. And so it works great to right then and there just crack it in half, and then I can put it right in the box. So instead of like having it out in the wood yard where I'd like have to go and pick out all the bigger splits and then resplit them all and then bring them in, I figured it just made sense to put it right down there where I would be needing it if I came across a larger mini split. Oh, yes. Neighbor Doug, I would definitely do that. For those of you that may or may not know, Chris had the very unfortunate and tragic loss of his wife last week, and Yes, here's to hoping that he does find peace soon in his life. Thank you, neighbor Doug. Cheers. Yeah, that is it was very shocking and sad to hear about that last weekend. Let's see here. Yes, 5 years of Friday Night Lives and one night a week. Well, it's only for like 2 hours. So it's not like, it's all consuming the whole weekend. It's just a couple hours. And plus, usually on Friday nights, we didn't really have much going on anyway, just because, you know, we don't get out and do much anymore. And, it's not that big a deal. Anyway, I just saw a coin come down in the cup. So if you are new here and you didn't see, when we get a coin down in the cup, we raise up our cups. I'm just gonna make sure the music's a little soft, and we also bring out the ladies. Yes, indeed, we do. We bring out the ladies to Rocky's place, who says, "Cheers, everyone! Cheers to you! Thank you very much, Rocky." Rogala. Yes, if you can get outside. Oh, I don't know how. I know if it's certain areas you have to be in to see the alignment, but that is one of the reasons why I'm not as worried about going into next week in this home and garden show, because all of the planets are aligned and everything's lining up. So it should be good. But it's pretty cool. If you do get a chance, get out there and see if you can spot Uranus in the sky. And with that, we got another coin that just came down, and this guy I know wants the ladies to swing. Marlon, good evening. Happy Friday. Thank you very much. Hi, Dan, and all you Woodhounds. Cheers, friends. Cheers to you, Marlon. Oh, yeah. BGW Enterprises made it. Made it back from the logging expo out there. Frickin' Jeep. On Friday nights, are we babysitting you or are you babysitting us? Well, that is a very fair question, and one that could very much be up for debate. I'm not sure. I think it's a little bit of both. I think it's a give and take, we're here for each other. Frickin' Jeep. I was going to make a comment and a joke about changing diapers, but I won't go there just yet. Oh, my goodness. All right. What else is going on? If anyone, I don't know if anybody caught in the video yesterday, but if anyone is in the Minneapolis area, I have had a few people reach out, and I do have a few tickets left. So send me an email at back40firewood@gmail.com if you might be interested in going to the Minneapolis Home and Garden Show. Tom's Firewood, how are you doing, my friend? Goals for 2025. Whew. Well, I don't really have anything too big right now. Um, just I want to get things figured out with redoing that shed. I also have some like firewood goals. We are redoing the koi pond out in the yard. That's one goal I want to get done. Um, but other than that, just continuing to build and grow, I think, the mini firewood side of things. We'll see after next week. After this home and garden show, we'll see if it's starting to become if it's becoming actually like too much. I gotta walk before I run. Be willing. Yes, that is one of the banner I'm gonna have hanging up in the booth. My booth is only 10 by 10. So I was trying to figure this all out this past week, like how I'm going to arrange my tables, because I kind of want to have a table. Well, I wanted to have a table on the back wall of the booth to like put stuff on, but I also need a table in the front. But my tables are like 2.5 feet, or a little over, yeah. What are they? 2.5 feet wide. So if I do that, then that leaves me 6 feet in between tables. So I don't know. I got to still figure out, like, if I want to get like a narrower table in the back, or I don't know. But I got thinking about it, because on Wednesday and Thursday, Woodhound Senior is going to be up at the home and garden show, along with my brother. So, Club Dora, if you send me an email, back40firewood@gmail.com, and then I have what it is. It's a link that I send you, and then you just go and like fill out this form, and then you get the tickets electronically sent to you. So just send me an email, and then I can send it back to you with the link to the tickets. Dirt Road Landing, good evening. Tony Woods, how are you doing? I'm gonna live stream next Friday, but it won't be from the show, and it's gonna be a tight, because the show goes until 8 o'clock, and 8 o'clock is when I start the live stream. So I'm gonna have to either leave a little bit early, which you're not supposed to do, but I might leave a little bit early, get back to the hotel, and start the live stream, hopefully right at 8. But if it's a little late, don't worry, just hold tight. I'll have I should have the placeholder up. So if I am running late, I will be putting it in the chat, the status. Uncle Den, would you be willing to run a 6x6 by 8 piece of lumber through your kinlet? Well, you would be trying to cut across the grain so it won't split, because you want to split like with the grain of the wood. So like you would take a piece of lumber and you would cut it into 5.5 inch sections, and then you'd turn those so that the grain would be facing the knife. So I don't know, it might it would probably mash. I mean, it would cut through it, but it wouldn't I don't think it would split it very good. Mystery Gardener, have a good weekend. Anything new coming to the show? Well, nothing new as far as like mini firewood, no. Firewood, the mini firewood, the racks, and yes, Lee Carter. I will have the tabletop fire pits there as well. So I will have wood, racks, and fire pits. Brian, I think, well, I've got the tables. I just have to see, but I'll let you know. Maybe I'll just put two. Well, if I put them down the side, then I'm like just boxed in that way too. So I'll see. But thanks for that offer. Are you going to have any of those Solo Mesa XL caps at your booth? No, I will not. Unfortunately, no. But they are pretty cool, aren't they? They get that. If you get a fire going and you get that thing burning hot and you put that cap on, whoo-hoo. Yes, it is. It is. It is nice. Oh, Don Slate. Yeah. So, you know how I used to always mix my Morgan with the Diet Wild Cherry Pepsi. All right. Well, for the past few weeks, I've not been able to find, well, Amanda has not been able to find Diet Wild Cherry Pepsi anywhere. Like 2 of the grocery stores we go here, Walmart, anywhere. Now, but nobody has it. So finally, she was at the grocery store the other day and she saw the Pepsi distributor guy there and she asked him, and they discontinued the Diet Wild Cherry. And the only thing now they're making is this 0-calorie wild cherry. So that is my new mix. Billy D, thanks for taking us along on the mini firewood journey. I have some short tree service wood that I have been using for mini firewood with friends, and your experience has been helpful. Well, thank you, and glad that I've been able to, I guess, give you a little, I don't know, inspiration, motivation. It's been fun. It's been a good, like I said, it's never been, it's not been something that from the very beginning I put all my eggs into that basket, but it has been becoming more and more. It's been growing more and more, which is kind of nice because it's not like I am just relying on it or trying to make it. I don't need it to sell, but it's been selling pretty good. And it's crazy. Like I said, last week there was, I think this week I sent to Texas, Illinois, Minnesota, Vegas, and one other place, Florida. So, oh, geez, I just spilt my drink. My ice balls. Oh, hang on. We have got problems. Oh, I've just wasted 2 balls of ice and a little bit of my mix. What else is wet back here now? Good thing that didn't end up on the keyboard of the laptop. All right. Not just wood. Hoping you sell out, but what will you do if that's in the first 2 days of the show? This has been crossing my mind all week long. And so I have two trains of thought. I'm gonna have, I think, some extra supply on hand in reserve that I leave behind here that then Amanda can bring over when she comes over. The other thing is that, you can only do what you can do. So if it gets down to it and I only have a little bit, like my little display boxes left, then that's just what it's going to be. I mean, then it's going to be like a lot of the people that go to these expo shows, they're just there to like get people aware of their product. So they're not necessarily worried about selling. They're just bringing that awareness to their product or service that they offer. So if I run out of wood, then it's just going to be a matter of I'm just going to be, still engaging with people, talking with people, and just explaining what I have. And then I will be able to just take orders right off my website that I could technically like pre-order. I don't know. We'll cross that bridge when we get there. But yeah, at some point, if it gets to the point, I'm out of wood, I'm out of wood. What can you do? I would much rather have it to where, I have like one or two boxes left, and then that's all I have to pack up and take home. All right. It's almost the bottom of the hour, and since I spilt a little bit of my... See, while Bill Irwin, I didn't spill so much because this glass kind of rolled back on itself. That's another advantage to this glass is if it tips, it'll tip back. And you can swirl your ice cubes. Oh, I've got these little gimmicks. They're not really business. They're like business cards, but they're a little bit bigger. They're like a ticket. I should have brought some of them up here. I've got those, and I've got a couple other things. I've got a whole bunch of stuff. The buy balance glass. So yeah, so I'm gonna still have stuff that I can, like I said, engage with people, connect with people, get them aware of the mini firewood or the fire pits or whatever. I did have a few people reach out. In fact, right before the live stream started, I got an email from someone that was going to order, but then they saw I was going to be at the show, so they're going to wait and just pick a box up at the show. And then there was another one from Coon Rapids, Minnesota that I sent out yesterday. So, and the nice thing about Minneapolis area is that it's one of the I can ship today and there's a chance that it will be delivered tomorrow. So it's like a really good I guess it allows me to have a better customer experience because like I said, they order today. If they order this morning, I send it out today and it could end up being delivered either tomorrow or 1 to 2 days. Rob, yes, I did burn the brush pile last weekend. Luckily, because the snow all disappeared. So I did do, I did get the brush pile burned down. Popeye! I don't think I will be doing this at the Paul Bunyan show. Just because it's like two different shows. So Paul Bunyan show, people there probably already make firewood, so they're going to look for equipment for firewood or associated with firewood. Where like the home and garden show is like, more of a customer base show. I don't know. The other thing is normally I fly to the Paul Bunyan show, so I wouldn't be able to take very much with me. I haven't looked for that orange cream Coke yet, Dale. It's about an hour and a half drive, frickin' Jeep. All right, we're at the bottom of the hour. If you need to right now, here's your chance, everyone. Tim Stout, how you doing? If you need to refill, here is your chance. um, all right. Lehigh Valley Airport in Allentown. I don't know if I think the last time I flew out to Pennsylvania from Minneapolis, I could go to Harrisburg, Pittsburgh, Philadelphia. I don't know if Allentown was an option. Heck yeah, the Ford can make it. It doesn't get very often, doesn't get a chance to get out there on the open road very often. Thanks, Daniel Atkins. Now you probably just jinxed me. I'm probably going to have a flat tire or something on the way over. Lens keeping busy. In our top right, your top left, there's a space for a cool picture. When you love working with wood, the sky's the limit. There's a space for a cool picture up here. Right here. Yeah, I'm thinking about actually redoing all that back there. So I might have more space, or I might fill in the space. It's just, I don't know if I want to take down all those shelves and everything. I don't know. I got a couple ideas what I want to do, but I don't know. If anything, I want to replace the desk here in front of me and the shelves on this wall before I do the back wall. Don Slate, you so I did I took the video and I made a short out of it. And a reel. And that short has gotten the short on YouTube is doing all right, but on Facebook, I think that thing is getting close to. Oh, hang on here. It's the best part are the comments. The comments are phenomenal, but now I can't pull it up for some reason. What is going on here? Hang on. Yeah, it's so most of the comments using that pocket saw were like, "Why are you doing this?" All right. So yeah, the reel of using the hand chainsaw has gotten 798,371 views. So over three, almost up to 1 million. But like I said, everyone's just like, "Why are you doing this?" Or, well, that took way longer than you thought it would. I don't know. It's just funny reading the comments. Yeah, I got to go fill up the boiler. I haven't had to fill it up much this week. In fact, I was going on about 18-hour burns. So it was nice. SG, why are you stressing over the Home and Garden Show? You make a great product. Knock it out of the park, sir. Well, thank you very much. I am just I'm more worried about like that I'm gonna forget something or there's something that I haven't thought about. Um and just making sure that I have everything, you know, all the I's dotted and the T's crossed, and it's just the way I am. That's the other thing is like even if I have everything checked off of a list and ready to go, I'm still gonna probably worry. It's like they say, when if you're doing something you've done over and over and over again, but yet you still get nervous, like that's a good sign. Like you never want to get too comfortable because that's when you end up like making mistakes, forgetting something. WD-30 was 16 of those views. Only 16? It was pretty funny. The funniest thing though is like there's so much going on. It's like it's funny because like I'm sitting there trying to saw this log, but then the other thing is like the deer are behind me like watching, and you can almost like sense the look on their face is like, what in the heck is this guy doing? Or like, look at this freaking idiot. What, it's just like, so there's so much going on. It's like, it's just awesome. So that's like, I think one of the things that like is intriguing is seeing the deer, seeing the me struggling. Nebraska Woodster, how are you doing? Wild Bill, yes, I am planning on doing a couple different things. I've got some ideas on what I'm going to do. Got to get a sense of how busy it's going to be, but yeah, I plan on hopefully possibly going live some of the days uh, during the show, and then also make some content. Oh, I wish. I wish. I am not, though. I think I'm going to try to get everything I need in my truck and get it all with one vehicle. If I can't get everything in there, then Amanda's going to drive over with some other stuff. But it's like they have certain times that you can drive into the convention center and then unload your stuff. Like you can't set up until Tuesday. but you like my time that I have slotted to unload at my booth is Monday between 4 and 8 p.m. So Monday night, that's my time when I have to go unload everything. And then after that, I can go back Tuesday and set stuff up. But yeah, so I'm going to try to get everything in my truck, get up there Monday evening, unload it all, and then Tuesday during the day, set stuff up. That's the plan. We'll see. We'll see what happens. Hey, Mike, down in Minnesota, or over in Minnesota, I should say. Thank you very much. Hopefully crossing the river, crossing the border over into the land over there. The border battle. Hopefully everything. That's the one thing I'm a little worried about, because I have my my labels are Packer colors. So that might be, I don't know what's going to happen. All right, let's see here. What was the question about? Was there somebody saying something about birch? Yellow birch. Logger Jason, you have birch? I got to go down. I'm going to go down, I think, down to the ranch, down to the farm the week after I get back from the show and try to find some birch. My supply is getting low on birch. I do have one source, though, I can tap into. Yeah, I've got a little cart. I got one of those the dollies that you can turn into like a four-wheel cart or an upright dolly. And then each day it's like a 2-block walk to the hotel through the skywalk. So like it's enclosed. I don't have to go outside if the weather's bad. Back to the hotel. So I don't know how much I'm going to want to be bringing back and forth each day, but I might use that cart. I also have to like I don't have power, so I think I'm going to take one of my big battery banks, and then if that thing needs to be recharged where I have to take it back to the hotel, that's when I will need the cart, because that thing is heavy. Carl Lewis, the man with the plan. Have a good weekend. Well, I can't use them at the show. I've seen people online making videos with them inside, but I don't think I would unless you have really high ceilings. But yeah, no, I can't have anything burning inside at the show. Well, SG, there's an interesting little twist that I found out about today, actually. Or was it today or yesterday? There is going to be another firewood supplier at this show. And they just recently, as of last year, Christmas time, started selling mini firewood and the exact same tabletop fire pits that I sell. So I may not, I don't know if they're going to have their mini wood there or not, but I may not be the only one with mini firewood at this show. So we'll see. I think they're just going to have, well, I know that this company like services the Minneapolis area. So I don't know if they're going to have firewood, just like their firewood delivery service part of their exhibit, or if they're going to have their mini wood. WD-30. Get some rest. Enjoy your weekend. Next up, microwood. you might be onto something, because I do have something coming out after the show. I am still debating this because of a couple things. Number one, because I don't have the power. So, like, if I had an iPad playing a video, I don't know how long I would be able to have it playing. And then the other thing is that I don't know. I just don't want like an iPad kind of like propped up. Just like, I don't know. I don't know how it would look to loop a video. But I might be doing that. I'm not quite sure yet. The thing that was interesting at the show I did at the winery is that everyone recognized what those tabletop fire pits were. So that's why I don't that like kind of just I just kind of got the sense that like people already know what they are or they've seen them. So I don't know if it will be worth having like a visual. Maybe. I'm still deciding. I don't know yet. Plus the other thing is then I gotta like just keep track of it, and I only have so much room. I don't want it to be too cluttered. Euro Yard Service. Do you know the supplier of the wood solo stove selling on their website? I don't know who supplies that. But I think Solo just, I don't know where they get it from. But yeah, I've seen them. They also sell it in a few retail stores. But obviously it's not as good as mine. Well, yeah, it was there's a little interesting story about the whole I don't want to tell it because then you can I don't know. I'm just it's some fun stuff that was happening before this place that's going to be there. They were like thinking mini firewood was the craziest idea that no one would ever buy it. And then all of a sudden I see on Facebook that they were advertising that they were selling mini firewood with tabletop fire pits. Like, oh, interesting. Oh, yes. Middle class renaissance, how you doing? Yeah, I think they do have a like they have a kiln, so I'm sure they're Minnesota state certified. They, like I said, they mostly do like face cord deliveries. They also sell like these smaller like racks stacked full of wood with like netting wrapped around them. The Wise Choice Firewood. Oh, it's next to the stoves in Sportsman's Warehouse. How big is the box? What are that's I wonder what they sell it for retail in stores. Because the stuff here, actually, is it solo? No. Oh no, it wasn't solo stoves. It was just I don't know how many of you have shields. Six by six box. $14.99. And it's not even full. Look at that. It's not even filled to the top. So I'm guessing they, I don't know, they must like go by weight. But yeah, 6 by 6 for $15, and it's not even full. And I mean, some of these pieces, I mean, come on, look at this. This would never pass quality control at Back 40 mini firewood. Yeah, I wonder if they just go by weight, and that's how they determine how full to make their boxes. That's about the size of the price, yeah. Yeah, that's what I kind of thought. Because, you know, when you're dealing like retail, you probably don't want too big a box because you want that easy grab and go. Ralph Carnegie, how are you doing? Yes, frickin' Jeep. And there's bark on it. I know. Oh. It's crazy. Although some of my stuff does have bark on it. Every now and then, I can't have all barkless. T and SP. I have recently offered my services for $25 to stay for 30 minutes after delivery and teach the process of starting a fire and burning wood in the customer's actual wood stove. I did 6 this week. That is awesome. That is a fabulous idea. Yeah, you'd be surprised how many people don't know, I guess, basics of like starting a fire. That's pretty cool though. I've also seen I saw a place where they rent like fire pits, and then they'll like come to your party, set up the fire pit, supply all the wood, start the fire, supply all the wood. So that's another pretty cool idea. Alaska Woodyard, 41, and the sun is still shining. Wow. Sam Squanch, what are the challenges with shipping to Canada? That is easy. It's called cost. To ship anything to Canada is just outrageous. And I don't know, I'd have to look into what it would take to ship out of country. I don't know. There might be some complications there. I might need a different certification. But the biggest thing is the cost. I mean, even just like ship a t-shirt to Canada is, the shipping is more than the shirt. Yeah. But that's the biggest thing. Well, I guess maybe not. Maybe the biggest thing would probably be like shipping whether or not you can ship wood into Canada or not. Probably not. I don't know. Alaska Woodyard, where did you get the 9-foot cubic bags? Yeah, they're on Shaver's website. If you go to the Firewood, I think it's weird. Like, I think you got to go to like equipment on their website and then Firewood bags, and then go down through the bags. I know they're listed on their website. So just look at, like I said, I think it's from their main website. I think it's equipment. So which kind of throws you off because it's not really equipment. And then Firewood bags, and then under the Firewood bags page, I believe they're listed out with all the other ones. Phil at Woods Tree Farm rents out his fire pit for area for groups. Yeah. Yeah, that's what I've been kind of thinking, that there might be an opportunity to do something like that. Like have a whole bunch of, well, not a whole bunch, like have, I don't know, 3, 5 tabletop fire pits, take them to like a venue where there's a gathering going on, and then like stay and maintain the fire in, feed them with wood. I don't know. Might be kind of cool. You probably would have like a pretty big like liability insurance that you would need for like people not like burning themselves or starting the place on fire, and I don't know. Because we have this restaurant nearby that in the summer they have this huge patio area with these great big tables outside, these big round tables, and I was like, man, it would be cool to like put a tabletop fire pit in the center of those tables and have people, like they could order a little basket of wood to like burn in their fire pit at their table while they're eating. But I think that the establishment would probably be concerned with like somebody knocking it over, starting the place on fire, someone is getting burned. There's just so many liability factors that come in with it. So I don't know. But if you like went out to eat, you're sitting at this big table, and like you could order, or you could have a tabletop fire pit brought out to your table with like a little basket full of wood that you can and then like have marshmallows on the menu to roast. I think it'd be pretty cool. And then I don't know. Well, like I said, I just think it'd be a lot of liability, possible issues. Anyway, um, Logger Jason, I don't know if you're still here, but have a good weekend. Yeah, SG, there's people that rent out goats, chickens, drunks, and fire. Exactly. Did you play around with Final Cut Pro for editing to figure it out or take a class or tutorial? I have been using Final Cut since, oh man, a long, long time ago. I once, uh, actually, the job I had before this job, I was in, like, it was motion graphics. So I used Final Cut. I've been using Final Cut for, I don't even know how many years. But I self-taught myself. So I never really took a class, just all self-taught. But this was from way back in the day when it was pretty easy, and then I just kind of kept up with it, and yeah, it was all experience that I gained on a previous job, and then I did way back in the day. I did get my degree in visual communication and motion graphic design, so that's kind of where I learned some of it. But what you need to do with YouTube though, it's pretty easy to figure out what you need. Paul, I am a lucky Canadian who has a box of small wood given by you and it has a place of choice on my desk. Nice. Oh, yes. Don't burn something if you want to burn some of it, but keep a couple pieces. Although if are you coming down to the Firewood Expo again? That would be let me know if you're going to be down at the International Firewood Expo, which is not too far off. Tomorrow is March, April, and then May. The first weekend of May. Yeah, that's the one thing with fire and adult beverages. Things can happen, especially with like a tabletop fire pit that you could knock over. So you'd have to have some like fire extinguisher, a fire extinguisher backpack that you would wear around to monitor and make sure if anything ever happened, boom. You could put it out. Oh, I've got some trees that need to come down. Hopefully, well, this coming week I'm going to be gone. So I'm going to try to get that planned hopefully soon. Because yeah, I got a bunch. I still haven't been able to get in touch with my neighbor right along the property line. So I don't know what's going to happen with those, but there's, I think, 9 trees there. I was kind of hoping today with this wind advisory that we had that there'd be a couple big gusts of wind that would blow a few of them down in his yard. And then he would kind of get the hint. The rest of them need to come down. Yeah. If you do, you're in trouble. Yeah, can you believe tomorrow is March? March 1st already. Jeepers. Even though February was short, with the cold weather we had, it felt like one of the longest months ever. Oh my God. It was it was rough for a while. It was cold, cold, cold. Every freaking day. 10 below, 20 below. And I went through a lot of wood. I was just looking at my wood pile of what I got left. And normally I burn through through May. So I was looking, I'm like, March, April, May, 3 months left. Am I going to stretch it out? Am I going to keep burning? I haven't made the decision yet. I don't know. The good thing is if it does warm up, sometimes, your consumption goes down. So you don't use as much. Tony Woods, yeah, you could make something. Or you could fasten them to the table. Have some way to lock it down. I mean, if you wanted to, you could probably find a way to make it happen. It's just you would have to make sure it was a foolproof way of either, like I said, fastening it to the table. I don't know. Oh, Paul, well, that is too bad. There will be plenty of coverage from many of us on YouTube, so we will have you there in spirit and bring you along for the ride with live streams and whatever else. Videos afterwards. It's 2 days too, so there's going to be some. And from what I've been hearing from Mr. Ohio Woodburner, it is going to be quite the lineup of exhibitors and things to see and do. And Timon, are you here, Timon? There are going to be some prizes on that raffle that we'll have to see if you can snag again this year. Timon, the big raffle winner last year. Yeah, there's going to be all kinds of stuff going on. All right, speaking of stuff going on, what time is it? Is it 9:09? So, the greenhouse is starting to work once again. During the winter, the sun is too low in the sky, so it's like blocked by the trees. So now that it's getting more sun, it is starting to once again kick in and become effective. Slick Willie. Yes, I do have fire starters, but I'm right now I'm not selling them. I just include a couple of them with a box of wood. Holy smokes! Ladies and gentlemen, yes, indeed, way past his bedtime. Joining us on this Friday night, the last Friday of February, the one, the only, the Saw Surgeon. How you doing, my friend? Good to see you here, even though you're staying up late. Oh, the Saw Surgeon. Oh, my goodness. And we have a coin that came down. Let's bring out the latest Woodsies Firewood. Oh, yes, indeed. We can't wait to see you at the Home and Garden Show. I can't wait to see you there as well. What day are you coming down there? Thank you very much for the super chat. Cheers. But yeah, what day are you going to be there? Or what day do you think you will be there? Yeah, because that's going to be, like I said, it's Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. So by Sunday, I might be ready to just get the heck out of there. Just fired up my indoor greenhouse. Your indoor greenhouse. What? I think with the mini firewood, I have found, though, that the greenhouse does help. It does work. But I think what dries the mini firewood faster is the airflow. So I think having the splits out in the wind is actually better. The problem is that if it's piled up too thick, the wind doesn't flow through. Like I had this pile in that little shelter, and I took a shovel into the center of it and I flipped over all the stuff that was like buried on the inside, deep down in the center of the pile, and it was all just like frosted and wet. So it was not drying out at all, which led me to start thinking about some different options of how I'm gonna naturally dry this mini firewood in the future. Friday. All right. Perfect. Friday is going to be a good day. Oh, and get this. I have not even been to the show yet, and they have already sent me an email today inviting me back next year. So right there, I think that is a sign that they must be following along and seeing that the Woodhounds need to be at the Home and Garden Show. Because, yeah, they already sent me an email inviting me back next year. And I haven't even been there yet. 300 pounds of oak, 2 big rounds. How did you move those around? So wait, are you saying that they were roughly 150 pounds apiece? Is that what you're saying? Freaking Jeep? I think that's right? Yeah. All right. Anyway, I think I have just enough left. Although the Saw Surgeon just got here. Should we keep him up a little bit later? Should we keep the Saw Surgeon up a few more minutes on a Friday night? Or should we let him get to bed? Anthony, how you doing? Ontario Firewood Resource. What was it? Watch your fingers. Watch not just your fingers, but your thumbs too. Oh, holy crap! Pinched your thumb tip nearly off. Nail is gone. 3 weeks, almost healed. Yeah, and that's the downside is that if you smash your fingers, they seem to take forever to heal. And then once they're healed, like they still are like I banged my thumb. I don't even know what it was, how long ago. And it doesn't hurt, but if I press on it, I have this weird like tingling feeling in my nerves and stuff. It's weird. And then what other finger did I smash? I don't remember. But yeah, your fingers, it's weird. Takes a long time to heal, and then after they're healed, they still have this weird, like you don't fully get back all of your feeling. Oh, maybe the saw surgeon has been here longer than what he's leading on. Is that what he's saying? Uh-oh. Can you hear that? Mando is going nuts down there, barking at something. Let me check the cameras. Quick. What? I don't know if you can hear the barking or not, but something has got him stirred up. Yeah. Everything looks good on the perimeter. Uh-oh.
He's barking at a car in his neighbor's Duffy's driveway.
Oh. He is going nuts. There's little boss man. He's barking at a car in the neighbor's driveway. He's got a pretty tough bark. He's got a pretty scary bark. If I heard that bark, I would not be messing around. Oh no, SG. He is one dog that does not need any more food. He's a little the vet has told us he needs to drop a few pounds. Anyhow, I think that is going to do it because I do have to I got a busy day tomorrow. A lot of final touches, things to wrap up, button up. I got to clean my truck out. I got to get things ready to put in it, pack up some more boxes. So we will let the saw surgeon get to bed. And we'll wrap up this last Friday of the month with the live stream here coming to a close. I don't know what I was trying to say there. Anyway, if you are going to be at the Home and Garden Show, make sure to stop by. And otherwise, like I said, next week, I'll keep you posted, but it might end up being a little late. But I will be in the comments ahead of time. So just tune in like normal and be a little patient. Hopefully not, but you never know. Anyhow, with that, thank you, moderators, for keeping things in line. Thank you, Super Chatters, for the coins in the cup. And thank you, everyone, for tuning in to Friday Night Live. Enjoy your weekend. Stay safe, have fun, and be cool. Good night, everyone. Cheers.
Bad boy. I've got a ton of gravel in my shoes, world on my shoulders, down in the dirt. I've been a real bad boy on the town all night. Starting to calm down with the morning light. I'm in the dirt, down in the dirt. Been a real bad